afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Psych, Defender of your fatherland. Your fatherland, the fatherland. Obviously, there is no other fatherland. Obviously. Anything else is heresy, and those preaching heresy needs to be dealt with. We've got here in the south, Viklas fighting for the Wehrmacht. For the 78th Sturm Grenadiers, shown here with mechanized assault units going for assault grenadiers right off the bat. How often do we see that? Not very often. In the north, we got Sky Captain Czepis, this captain of the skies, fighting out for the Soviet Union and the 14th Tank Corps, charged with rooting out the fascists. As Viklas pushes assault grenadiers forwards. Double assault grenadier start, by the way. Holy moly. Definitely not your usual Wehrmacht play at all. Plus, he's got bulletins for them, increasing accuracy. He's got 2 Tiger tank bulletins. We got here shot rifle, guard rifle, and tank hunter tactics with guardsmen and infantry bullets. There's a Sky Captain Czepis, not exactly a conventional Soviet player either. So all here we sort of got, the lines drawn up for a pretty interesting fight, I think, simply because those guys are definitely not playing the game like most others are playing. So over here, there's, definitely room for some excitement, some fun. So we got assault guns moving here, equipped with the MP40s. The Schmeisser was known sort of colloquially, though technically Schmeisser really had nothing to do with it. But moving ahead there, points engineers moving eastwards. So we've got a maximum start here for a follow-up maximum there for Sky Captain Czepis. Viklas there moving ahead, or Viklas. Sounds like some kind of, I don't know, Baltic warrior guard. Viklas, praise Viklas, for he sort of was meant to protect us against the Teutonic invaders and didn't quite work out. We got double assault guns here, a lot of bullets there being sprayed against the engineers here. Certainly, of course, a fun fact about Germans. I mean, the movies they sort of portrayed heavily with MP4s. The reality is, I mean, there wouldn't have been that many. I'm less sure as to how they were distributed. I mean, they're obviously cases where they've been heavily equipped, mostly for sort of assault missions and the like. Beyond that, it's a bit hard to say there. We've got troops here pushing ahead, MP40s blazing away at the engineers, they're constantly nearby. We've got a maximum nearby as well, which could throw Viklas off here. But he's going in very aggressive there with the assault grenadiers. Following up with MD42 here, quickly closing up there. Blasting away at the engineers inside there. Bullets just going through the windows, the walls, everywhere. And there you go, Max up top pushing back the assault grenadiers. We can see Viklas pushing it very aggressively. They're using the assault grenadiers, forcing Sky Captain Czepis onto the defensive. Now we got the MD42 following up. They got a third assault grenadier squad there, by the way. Fun fact about the 78th Sturm Grenadier Division, it was sort of a unique infantry division. It was sort of meant as sort of an infantry assault unit, heavily equipped. And overall, actually, in terms of the infantry, was actually equipped largely on the level, let's say, Panther, because there's each squad had 2 light machine guns, for example. But there was also, rather than made it more unique on the company level, they actually had access to pack 40s and heavy mortars, which was really rare. Further on, to make it more interesting, was they actually had a full Stu brigade attached to them. So, for a, well, infantry division, it was very heavily equipped. It was very much an elite of elite infantry units, sort of an experimental unit. Got destroyed though doing Operation Bag Ration. Was later rebuilt as a Volksgrenadier Division, in which case you got the title of the 78th Volkssturmdivision. As a fun fact there. We've got soldiers moving up, you're flanking the Maxim. If you got take up there soon enough, you can pop through the grenades there. Lot through. And certainly Jones have been heavily equipped with grenades there for sort of assault missions, huge satchels just filled with them. You sort of look at any pictures, featuring, troops from such, urban adventures, you'll see them sort of carrying a lot of grenades. Since, that's what's necessary. In this case, those getting cut down here quickly. Bar Sky Captain Czepis moving up his maximum pretty rapidly. We've got flamethrowers here. Pushing up the east, those lost actually the south, the west here. For now. And of course, the assault is being pushed back pretty rapidly. He's trying, to flank more with them, rather than just, trying to use raw force here. Otherwise, they sort of can quickly get halted here by Sky Captain Czepis. Fuel point there being lost to the 14th Tank Corps. Troops are reinforcing. And pushing upwards here, MD42, Pioneers, Assault Grenadiers, swiftly advancing. And someone flinging a German out. Damn it, I don't want trash in here. But that's a human being. He's German. Alright. MD42 shifts forward. Assault gun is ready. Bunker there built. But he doesn't have the munitions there to actually upgrade it. So that's a bit of an awkward position there for Viklas. He needs to take up soon and bring up something else to push his men forward without, mortar or anything else. They can struggle a bit there. Versus the Maxim build there from Sky Captain Czepis, who's going for a mix of conscripts and Maxims. Big push for the fuel point. No maximum nearby. And we got one sprint here from Viklas. Good work there. Players tend to forget, you know, they have sprint, which allows to quickly close in, negating or, well, minimizing the incoming fire before they're up closing, and that way do maximum damage themselves. Got one squad here basically taking out a flanker roll, going up through deep here, taking a farther path to sort of get behind. In this case, though, his opponent's also falling back, so that's not quite going to work out there for Viklas, who's actually moving in forces here, leaving an MD42 to guard the eastern flank. Bit risky there by Viklas. Actually, it's quite risky. There you go, nonetheless pushing in here. And we got the house being occupied. It's got a flamethrower team nearby. Assault gets also there. Can be a bit risky, I think, though. And he runs for the house. Oh! Dear. Getting pretty ugly here. One assault gun's got almost wiped out. Other one has to retreat as well. Close to death. So Viklas so far struggling pretty heavily here. He needs to bring up against something else to support. He needs to sort of try and attack elsewhere. I mean, an assault through here, for example, well executed, could possibly sort of unhinge Sky Captain Czepis, who's otherwise so far dealing with this quite nicely. Assault gun is there standing about, the ready to ambush anyone getting too close to the fuel point, but sadly it's not been connected meanwhile though. Sky Captain Czepis is using the current advantage gain to take ahead there of Viklas and bring up the tank with 10 command already at the 6-minute mark here. We got assault guns versus a large amount of conscripts. That's not going to work out, and that's going to result in a full retreat here. Troops reinforcing, like to make a nice company up. Bunker still basically just a hole in the ground. Close though to being able to get the medics here. Right now, though, Sky Captain Czepis, very strong position, though he's yet to go for Doctrine. Tank ability command, they're almost done. Medic bunker up. Most of this is in a pretty fighting-worthy condition, so he's not bothering with those. He could consider a half-check by way to support his assault gun. This allows him to get closer, reinforcement at the front line, meaning they have to retreat less. I mean, there's, I think, a lot of benefits, so maybe a half with, of course, also just go for the 2-2. Panzer going to do so, of course, he's worried about armor already. A Pack 40, and certainly with the amount of lead that Sky Captain Czepis out, a Pack 40 there is not exactly going to be a bad idea there for Viklas. Assault guys are reinforcing, continuing going off here. Assault guys pushing forward for Pioneer support here. Bullets just flying all across here. Molotovs left and right. Watch where you're throwing, Sergei. Sorry. Don't you sorry me. You'll burn someone. I wasn't a fascist. That could get you shot as a fascist. So there you go, 2-2 following up here for Viklas as he just pushes forwards there. Going for the fuel, needs to get the CoH point now. More MD42 being pushed back here by successive mortar fire there from Sky Captain Czepis. 82mm mortar. Troops are back for healing reinforcement. Assault is sneaking about further. So big assault here pushed back. Sky Captain Czepis' infantry. 2-2 almost done. Got the fuel, needs to get the CoH point. Troops healing, reinforcing. MD4 makes it back. And there you go. We are moments away here from the 2-2 for Viklas and the 78th Sturm Gunner Division. They're supported by the 14th Panzer Division with some motorized elements, since that's what they would not have access to, by the way. Though they did have access to Stug Brigade, they did not access to any sort of other vehicles besides that. And the fun fact about the Stug Brigade, though, it rather had its own infantry complement, which was also part of the the division essentially, and they were actually heavily equipped with assault rifles apparently. I mean, some of the first ones to get them were apparently sort of the infantry escorts for the Stugs, which is sort of another fun fact. They acted sort of for those two brigades, you know, specifically had infantry meant to escort them, so the divisions they're attached to wouldn't have to provide it. So that's sort of an interesting element there. Some of the later Tiger battalion or company, or battalions actually would also have infantry to that way act as escorts. They would actually occasionally have been equipped in half tracks. We've got a T-signal here for Sky Captain Czepis. Demo charge in the cover there. Though, I don't think that's the right spot, though. He probably should have been the one where the opponent's more likely to use it, but not half bad, I guess. 2-2 there roaming about. Pack 40 following up. The Viklas is clear, you know, aware of what's going to come in his direction. It's not going to be, you know, the Soviet welcome wagon. Well, technically, you can call it the Soviet welcome wagon, but it's not there to actually bring, you know, welcomes and greetings, but, you know, death. Quick dodge there, the Molotov. Nations are wasted the Sky Captain Czepis. Sorts being pushed about the conscripts. Again, good pressure there. Once sort of pushed away the conscripts there, and sort of got away with the support weapons in that regard. You know, Sky Captain Czepis needs to keep his machine guns closer to the infantry. Remember, combined arms beats just arms. There you go, the T-70. Right here, the Sky Captain Czepis is a bit of a problem. I mean, the assault gun is, while technically good versus infantry getting up close, pretty much terrible versus vehicles. In this regard, again, he's just rushed so far ahead there. His anti-tank gun is too far away. He's only got one 222 here, so he doesn't have enough anti-tank support there, or anti-vehicle support. Assault gunners, they're almost being wiped out. But he actually made really good gains, so once again overcame the initial obstacles. We've got Telemans going down to that regard. Viklas, though, is at least doing one part of the game here, which is if you actually make good gains, you try to fortify them, try to make it harder for the opponent to retake it. So that's actually a good move there by Viklas. I mean, a lot of players, hell, I do it, forget, once you actually make gains, the best way to actually try and hold it is mine it. I mean, it really slows down any counterattack. It's mines, like, just good stuff there. So, quick grenade assault here, a lot of grenades being thrown off. Come on, Otto, you throw like a CC. Look at Ludwig. Yeah, he throws harder, so in this case he still misses. Oh, main gunner on the T-70. That's a golden opportunity for the 2-2. Max moving up. The soldiers are then pinned down to the ground by heavy maximum fire. 2-2 going on the hunt here. He's got no further anti-tank weapons here. Conscripts, they have not been upgraded with anti-tank grenades either. He is doing it, but it might not be fast enough. In this case, though, he basically managed to bluff his opponent to think he's got it. They're blocking the way with the conscripts, and Viklas, of course, as any sensible player, is not going to risk it. It's not going to call, yeah, I'm calling your bluff. Oh, scheiße, mein engine's gone. And so's my driver. Meanwhile, Viklas, they're taking up pretty aggressively. Aggressive? Going there for the CoH2 point. Now, this game has certainly swung quite hard in the first few minutes. And he's actually now going here for the mechanized assault group. You don't see this. Oh, there you go. 250 half there, rolling ahead. Of course, technically it would have a light machine gun on the front, and technically there was also a bit of setup there on the back of the 250 half tech for sort of any sort of infantryman to then add his own machine gun, sort of as part of the overall firepower of the half track. A bit like, the 251 though. There they basically sort of have both machine guns attached, though technically the rear machine gun there would also been part of one of the Panzer Grenadier squad was riding along in the half track. No, by the way, these would have been part of, any reconnaissance battalion. Case would be used as a replacement for 251 half tracks. And I think it's also where they might have attached anyone to the Tiger battalion that would have been those half tracks. Also been, scout cars, like, Kugelwagens, Schwimmwagens. But there you go. Comes in. Caught actually laying down a smoke screen to attack it. Not bad. In this case, it slightly had the unintended consequence of ensuring you couldn't see where the assault grenadiers were. We got Panzer Grenadiers here now for Viklas, though. I suppose they could represent Stub escort infantry. Or big light infantry, which was something that sort of became more common within the German army as the war progressed. I imagine sort of partly took their lessons there from the Soviets. Soldiers are coming from the T-70. Okay, nothing further going on though. T-70 striking away there at Viklas' men, threatening to wipe them out, and there you go, gaining veterans on the T-70 light tank. After they're rolling forwards now with Pioneers in tow. And there you go, getting the T-70. Anti-tank weapons would be great though for Sky Captain Czepis, or at least some guardsmen. Guardsmen, in fact, it would be great there with the DP light machine as well, would help contain, Viklas' assault. A second option, though, could also be, shock rifle, going for shock troopers, which the assault grenadiers will struggle with quite a bit. There you go, Pioneers of the half jet there burning out the rations, though leaving only a single sole survivor. Hey Yuri, you smell like bacon! That was the rest of my squad. Oh! Still want some bacon though, shut up. Grab the victory point there. And there you go. He does actually go for shock rifles. We get shock troopers versus assault grenadiers. Wow. You don't see that very often either. In that regard, the shock troopers will certainly have an advantage. The theory, if you can get assault gunners up fast enough and veterans before the shock troopers hit, they can sort of beat them. The problem is, once the shock troopers hit veterans enough, they just eat up the assault grenadiers for breakfast. But then again, you can hit them up fast, and they're also cheaper. So, I mean, it rather obviously balances itself out. Plus, in theory, you also got, sprint on the assault gunners to get them out of the, the way. In the south, MD4 2 versus Maxim, assault gunners sneaking up here. Some nice, refreshing mobile infantry play there from the German player. Got moving heading into the 2-2 Pioneers. Hack 40, they exposed. Actually, that's pretty bad there for Viklas. T-70 hits the Telemann, which then pays itself off quite nicely there for Viklas. And conscious they're being pushed back. We've got the assault grenadiers counter-attacking. Hundreds of bullets being sprayed against the general direction of the conscripts at the retreat. Up here, victory point being secured as Sky Captain Czepis strikes for the Rodina. Soldiers being suppressed, and he's lost the machine gun crew. That's actually quite a bit of a loss there for Viklas and the German army. So obviously rushing to the shock troop. There you go. Keeps the SH-41s versus MP-40s. The body armor basically striking off. In fact, it was actually built to, with sort of could withstand 9mm parabellum bullets, which is what the MP-40 actually fired. Fun fact there. That's pretty much what it could deal with. Got Panzers moving up. The shock troop being pushed back here by the half-tracked Panzergrenadiere. Sky Captain Czepis again being a bit punished here for his lack of otherwise, vehicular anti-tank support. And he actually got a Stughi on the way here for Viklas. He's teched up, but he's yet to actually utilise it. On the other hand, he's actually made use of assault grenadiers and their mechanised assault groups. I'm more likely to let this slide. This isn't just someone using the Stughi as a crutch, I kind of feel like. So I'm more willing to let this one slide. Normally, though, I tend to just go, oh, he went for Stughi. Oh, this clearly isn't much worth bothering with. But there clearly seems to be something more going on with Viklas, and I think he's about to take up their build the Supremo Corps, so he's actually making full use of this. He's actually making full use of the doctrine, which is in itself extremely rare. Stughi, they're providing support here. 250 half-check group moving about. Merging consequence with the shock troops, allowing to keep more at the front line. We got the F-6 on the way to the Sky Captain Czepis and the 14th Tank Corps. Stughi firing away. Two supporting the assault troopers. There goes shock troops running straight into it. Assault troopers are taking heavy losses to the shock troopers. And we got artillery barrage in there. He's almost got full doctrinal bingo or mechanised assault. And at this rate, he's going to end up unlocking some sort of prophecy, to lift the ancient curse laid down on the Wehrmacht the day they began, just spamming Stughis because it was really, really cheap and cheesy. And which ultimately resulted in, of course, getting nerfed consistently and not getting much buffs. So, I mean, praise Viklas if he ever gets there. Of course, also involving actually taking up and making use of tech at the same time. So in that regard here, Viklas is already proving himself infinitely more interesting than the vast majority of Wehrmacht players who actually use mechanised assault. So I mean, that's worthy of a lot of praise, really. In that regard, Viklas already now is, I think, worthy of a standing ovation. To do the same hit from the H-6, good penetrating hit, then that's going to go down, I think. Kaput. KV8's available here for Sky Captain Czepis, so I think he needs to... No, we actually brought up the field gun, that's good. Push through the south here, Maxim supporting. He might want to, use some smoke screen down in case it becomes necessary. Assault grenades holding up the house here. Not the best blocking unit from a house, honestly. Assault grenades have pinned down. MT-42 covering here. Pioneers on it. Up north here, we got the M6 here, we got Pack 4 covering. 6 shoots. Field gun is not quite there. But there we go, he's being pushed back. We also got hit. There we go, Pack 40 wiped. Oh dear, that's a huge loss there for Viklas. He's practically handed over a really good anti-tank weapon to Sky Captain Czepis. He's going for the Panzer IV there, by the way. SH-6 moving ahead here. In the south, he's holding good progress there versus Viklas, who needs to be careful. He's actually lost an assault grenadier squad, so that's pretty bad. There we got the half-track moving in there. He's upgrading for Panzer VI. No, he's not. Half-track down, half-track down. Stughi there flanking the Pack 40. Panzer there pushing back other country squad. The SH-6 being pushed back. And there you go, got the Pack 40, but he's got nothing to recruit the Pack 40 with. Of course, he could just destroy it with the Stughi. And meanwhile, we can see Sky Captain Czepis flanking through at the same time. Progress being made in the south. Need to move as rapidly as possible. Panzer IV, they're almost done for Viklas and the 78th Sturm Grenadiers. Sturm got country shock troopers, assault grenadiers. There you go, moving in aggressively. Assault grenadiers need to go. We got a grenade assault off, but the shock troopers will make short work of them if he's not careful. There we go, Veteran 2 gained on both squads. Pioneers the next target here for the wrath of the shock troopers. Sturmovics, as they were known. First assault fire there, gun on the Panzer gun is there. We go, Veteran 2 assault gunners versus Veteran 2 shock troop farmers. They're down to 2 men and low on health, so they ultimately are forced to retreat here. Panzer IV rank to support Viklas here in the centre of the Stughis and on rampage. Almost got the Panzer gun. It is a huge loss for Viklas if he loses it. I mean, he's barely got any infantry left. Viklas does need to be careful about that. Pretty careful. In fact, we got a sprint here, avoiding the arc of fire of the Maxim. Panzer IV following up here as well, flanking the Maxim in a pretty aggressive manner. Alright, Sprechen besetzt. We've got Panzer Unterstützung. What about the engineers? Who cares? I want that Maxim crew dead. Dead as in Karl Marx. Got shock troopers out there for Sky Captain Czepis. SH-6 turning back with a Panzer IV. Assault guns rushing ahead. Pretty low in infantry though, this Herr Viklas of the 78th. And Sky Captain Czepis already got a much bigger force. That's definitely something there that Viklas needs to be careful. I mean, he's got a big fat victory point lead right now with Sky Captain Czepis, but he could easily turn around here if he's not careful. I mean, he's aggressive, but he just needs to be more careful. He needs to try and flank more. Though he is to an extent actually flanking. He's not just, you know, completely, the bash your head in against the wall method type of guy. At least that's not my impression. Recruiting the maximum there with the assault grenadiers. That should certainly help out. Panzer grenadiers good to go there. Veteran T2. 16 kills for the fatherland already.
Territory.
And nothing further going on there, going for the victory point there. Continuing into the line of fire with the Panzer IV here, taking damage.
IS-2 heavy tanks are now available to crush the enemy.
Panzer IV there, needs to be a bit careful there. I mean, we've got several anti-tank weapons that sort of pluck several very large holes into it. And here in the south, assault is the shock troops constantly flanking in there. Assault is down to 2 men. I think you're being a bit too optimistic there, Viklas. I think you're being a bit too optimistic. Oh dear, they're going to get wiped, aren't they? Yup, wiped there. Lost eventually 2 assault grenades scored. Shock troops and smoke screen against the Maxim. But work. Now, Pierce assault grenades, they're close to being wiped out as well. 4-6 Viklas. 4-6. About to get wiped there. Mortify against the German Maxim there. Panzer IV neat repairs. Panzer Grenadiers pushing forwards. And this time here for the mid-game analysis. In terms of damage, Sky Captain Czepis kills wise, they're actually really close. And obviously in that regard, Viklas does need to work a bit of unit preservation at times. He sort of occasionally just pushes ahead there without really noticing what's going on with his units, which has, I think, caused him to suffer quite a few losses. Though I do think in that regard, the shock troopers also play a bit of a role there. I mean, they do, trade off a lot better against the Germans. So that rather helps a bit as well there, though. But still, I mean, Viklas does need to work with the unit preservation. Army value-wise, though, slight edge to Sky Captain Czepis. Resource float-wise, Viklas is also floating a lot there. I'm not sure what he's planning, but he should definitely get some replacement infantry. And, maybe another Panzer IV. I mean, saving up for a Tiger right now, I think is going to be a bit on the reckless side of the scale. Viklas, on the other hand, is using his resources a lot more efficiently in terms of points held. Again, Viklas is much more in control. We can see Sky Captain Czepis is definitely doing his best there to sort of push Viklas into place. So Sky Captain Czepis, trying to harass more on the eastern side and try and flank behind Viklas. Again, he's extending him much. If you can sort of cut off his retreat path, for example, you could actually end up doing a lot of damage to Viklas that way. Otherwise, maybe half-track support frontline troops again, I think would also help, cut off the steam of Viklas' assaults and make it easy to push ahead against them. So in that regard, half-track would be a great choice for Sky Captain Czepis. Maybe a fuel cache or 2. As for Viklas, well, a half-track would also benefit him a lot there, but otherwise, infantry, another Panzer IV, Stug, half-track to support his troops so much better, and of course, more infantry for the half-track to support if you could do that, and also apply more pressure, and again, trying to flank a bit more. I think Viklas could do pretty well. So let's return to the fight and see what actually happens. Northern fuel pump secured. We got replacement assault grenadiers, so he's actually using them longer into the fight. That's definitely also pretty rare there. Again, he's used pretty much almost the entire doctrine, and he only went for 1 Stug-E. And he hasn't just kept spamming them. Bloody amazing.
Only 200 points
That's
remain.
bloody enough for a medal in his own right. He's shown restraint. Which is not what exactly most Vamp players who use this doctrine are known for. Panzer versus shock troopers. That's not going to be a very fast fight there. Panzer IV, though, could of course turn that one pretty hard. And there goes, shoots, misses, hits the wall. Fritz! I said to shock troopers, not to stone wall. Ah, sorry, I thought you meant it. You really thought I meant it? 9. I thought so. Back there, troops bringing out again there. Bit of movement around here. Feel needs to be a bit careful. Assault is leading assault in the eastern victory point rather single-handedly. We got a big infantry push there from Sky Captain Czepis, and nothing further going on in his base. There we go, MD-42 covering up. He needs to spread out his infantry there, trying to avoid the MD-42. At least he needs to get the mortar on it, smoke it, bomb it. More pioneers for Viklas, and the 78th going to do. Also noting, he's flooding a ton of munitions. He could easily benefit from like a ton of mines, or lay down some machine gun bunkers or telemines. There's a lot there that Viklas could be using, a metric ton of munitions on. Got soldiers here being attacked by shock troopers. Contra this way, got the maximum supporting, so that pretty much breaks up the all of Sky Captain Chepis' assault. Nope, he's calling in the artillery strike near the field gun. Trying to catch his opponent guard, but in this case, Sky Captain Chepis is quick enough to get it out there. Troopers being pushed back here, assault with his suffering losses. Panzer IV rolls in, only take hits from the S-6 and the field gun here soon enough, I imagine. Troops being assault pressed here though by another Maxim there. Need to get the F6 out. We've got Panzers nearby. Panzer IV needs to be careful here actually. Pioneers being suppressed, but they're close enough there to possibly do some serious damage. Field gun there checking back to deal with the Panzer IV. S-6 there trying to get around here. Getting pretty ugly here, getting pretty ugly. Field gun turning about there. S-6 needs to move down. Wipe the field gun on the retreat there. Bad news there for Sky Captain Chepis. Molotov Panzers need to retreat though. Contra need to retreat. Panzer Grenadiers could wipe them out. And we got a close quarters barrage that versus the Maxim there. Almost wipes it out. Very close shave there for Viklas. Very close shave. Panzers there pushing back the mortar as well. Super close affecting the fleet. Troop ceiling reinforcing. Need to be a bit careful about human wave assaults there. Sky Captain Czepis. And the Panzer IV is in dire need repairs. And it looks like Viklas is aiming here for the Tiger tank. Tiger. Which means he'll actually have gone for full doctrinal bingo with mechanized assault. And only went for 1 to 2 There we go. Will it happen? Will he fulfill the prophecy? Will he lift the ancient curse laid down upon the Wehrmacht? Yes, he has. Viklas, this hero, the savior. Praise Viklas. For he, and not Relic, has, allowed the Wehrmacht to be balanced once more in the future. Anyway, troops securing things in the west, centre, west. We've got soldiers cancelling tank. You could actually try and bait them into the demo charge there. Got the F6 nearby with the second 108 supports frontline troops. That'll definitely be necessary. Versus a Tiger tank here from another Tiger tank battalion. Panzer IV here versus the shock troopers there. Doing some damage, getting some kills in. Need to be careful though to not split off too far from the rest of his forces. And of course keep supported by infantry. Assault gun there barraging. Tiger moves ahead there. And finding in the centre. He's actually, I think, making like a 3-pronged assault here. That's going to be tricky to manage though for Viklas, and there's definitely the potential for something getting murdered. And oh, he managed it! He baited them into the demo charge, wiped the assault grenadiers. Another loss for Viklas and the 78th Jump Grenadier Sean Panther forming up for the centre. Tiger moves up the other side here, making it harder to pin down the armoured assault there. Good work here, flanked behind 186 there. Field gun being outmanoeuvred here. Tiger being pushed back though. Could get here. The field gun needs to get some infantry support. Artillery strike being called in here, I think, on the field gun, or is it somewhere else? No, it's around the car point. That was a bit weird one. Panzer IV there maneuvering about the field gun here. As all this is happening, got shock troops here versus the Pioneers. Almost wiping out within a matter of seconds. Going to be another loss there for Viklas, so eventually 3 Pioneers. Tiger taking heavy damage from the M6 Panzer IV blitzing ahead there. Pioneers wiped by the shock troopers, basically managing his tanks there to save his Pioneers. That's quite a loss there for Viklas. There you go, we got the F6 moving ahead, engaging the Panzer IV. Almost got it there, almost got it. Both the Viklas vehicles are heavily damaged. He's got no anti-tank to cover them, but in this case though, Sky Captain Czepis does not seem to know about this and is too worried about it, so he does not actually pursue the heavily damaged Panzers and try to knock them out. So that's going to ensure that Viklas can get both Tiger and Panzer IV operable, though he's going to need more Pioneers, and otherwise they'll be quite delayed in getting back on the field, which allows Sky Captain Czepis to get back. Then he's still got a larger force, infantry-wise. So I mean, he can wipe out, most of the Viklas' infantry. He can pretty much run the Tiger and Panzer IV kind of useless, since they can't take territory. Shock troopers, conscripts, mortars, everything just being pushed forward to the front line. Pioneers, they've got a Maxim blasting away from the south, mortar advancing. Almost got the shock troopers there ready. Back here, Pioneers bring up to repair the Panzerwaffe that Viklas has assembled. Shock troopers constantly against the Panzer Grenadiers here. I think, yeah, we're halfway to defeating those shock troopers. It's going to be bad news there for Viklas. His Panzers need to retreat, and he tried to grenade those too slow, almost got them, there you go. 12 kills, close to 3. Assaulters they need to retreat as well. Viklas needs to be really careful with his infantry, he needs to get more replacements. But there you go, very close to on those shock troopers. Can't move up here, almost got the Maxim there, and wipes it, annihilates Viklas. machine gun crew there, and the machine gun itself. Ace assault gunner moving ahead, hero of the Soviet Union, Lieutenant Petrov, reporting for duty. Third Asian 6th on the way for Sky. Captain Czepis going for the centre victory point, going for the point here. Couldn't consider laying down some mines, by the way. A few flare trip mines could slow down. We got, he's actually laying down on the road. Ultra crewing the field gun would be a pretty damn good idea there with all the armour here, and particularly the big armour that Viklas has assembled. Got S-mines being laid down there, actually good. In this case, though, easily dealt with by Sky Captain Czepis, who might want to deal with that one. Third Asian 6th almost done for him. Here, Viklas not going for replacement infantry, which again could put him at quite the risk there versus Sky Captain Czepis in the 14th Tank Corps. He's calling up another mechanized assault group. I mean, that's a way of replacing the infantry and also getting fast out in the field, though. Some more mechanized infantry. I mean, this is pretty much, you know, really, really, really rare mechanized assault play. That's practically, you know, the unicorn of Wehrmacht play. Moving ahead here, Assault Gun leads Panzer 4 supporting it all. Good work here. He's forming up in a tank group there on the half track. He's going to try and sweep in that way, knock out the assault guns. They need to sort of cause a bit of chaos first so he can actually sneak in there. Otherwise, the half is going to go down pretty quickly. In the east, they've got Tiger supporting a Pioneer assault into the eastern side here. Unit wiped up. Assault gun is Panther continuing to assault here by the Panther before. So it's actually creating smaller tactical formations, sort of managing those, which isn't half bad. Tiger there supporting the Pioneers, but needs to get a bit closer to support them properly. He's about to lose another Pioneer score, and yeah, he's trying to manage so much here. Panther 4 moving in there, grenades going off there. Victory 2 on the Panther 4, half-track rolling in here. Once the Panther 4's going close to losing it. Need to blitz! Ah, he lost it. If he blitzed, they'd probably make the Panther 4 out there alive. So that could have been done better there by him, but now the Tiger's moving ahead here, following up in the wake of the Chaos Assault until going in here as well. Viklas is just going in now. So that's actually a pretty impressive assault, really. Bombing out the Panther goes out the half-track. Tiger, veterans he won, but being flanked here. Chance to deal with the hero there. Half-track down. Asian 6 down, Panther continuing on. Got another assault gun here. Huge losses for Sky Captain Czepis. Got another Stoogie out though. House collapsed under the high explosive might of the Tiger. So there's some very brutal fighting going on between Sky Captain Czepis and Viklas across the road. With a lot of destruction going on there, a lot of vehicles knocked out. That was quite an intense battle there. Wrecking the assault field gun there, which he did not, by the way, recruit. Definitely feel that was a mistake there by Sky Captain Czepis. But there goes Stoogie moving up support here. Another field gun on the way there for Sky Captain Czepis. Veteran assault gun crew there watching assault guns being repaired. And we got shock troops moving out there again. Mortars sneaking up there as well, pushing up a bit to the west side. We got more assault gunners here for Viklas and the 78th Sturmgrenadier Division. So what will happen next? I mean, obviously some regular mines could also, I think, benefit Sky Captain Czepis, sort of deflecting some of these assault elements there from Viklas, but we'll see what happens next. Mortar moving up there. Ooh, smoke screen here. I think it's going to smoke out the machine gun there in the southern line to go out the point. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Stoogie moving down, and good work there, good work. And in fact, allows the shock to then close in the machine gun without issue. And of course, he doesn't know there's 2 shock trooper squads coming in there, probably, so he's just going to think, you know, oh, I just need to position it, and then he's right in the midst of 2 shock trooper squads, including 1 merchant fleet. Nice work there by Sky Captain Czepis. That's some really good use of smokescreen and shock troopers. Don't worry, Jürgen, when we get out of smoke, we're... Oh, scheiße, we're dead. We're so dead. Sorry. Shock just flanking up behind, actually cutting off the retreat path of the assault gun. He's got the Stoogie there supporting. He pushes away the mortar, the good work, but still, that's a lot of angry shock troopers coming in retreat path. He's trying grenade assault. That's going to be a loss there. That's going to be a walk, I think, unless he gets really lucky, and he did not. Right, there's Sky Captain Czepis, expertly punished. Viklas, Stoogie, Tiger moving ahead here. Max setting up the deal with the other troops. They've got assault guns flanking the veteran fleet, quickly cutting down the conscripts there as quickly as shock troopers cut down this non-veteran assault grenadiers. Incendiary barrage caught directly in on the assault gun, is covering the flank there. push out for the centre here. Shock troops leading the way forward. Stugi bombarding away. Field gun there nearby. Pioneers about to get wiped as well here. Viklas really needs to be careful with his infantry. I mean, those shock troopers are lethal. They are starting this dynamite.
Down to our last 25 points.
Got the S6 moving up, the field gun firing. Tiger the taking a ditch. Got Vetti 3 there. Artillery called in again on the field gun here. Smoke screen on the Tiger. Assault gun there taking hits. He might need another one, at least another field gun there. Field gun abandoned. Stugi taking damage. Max moving southwards there. Shock troopers just continue to grab the point here using smoke screen to prevent the Tiger from seeing them. Moving up the engineers to grab the field gun right under the Tiger's nose. Tiger close to Vetti 2 though. Now the smoke screen there by a drop. Assault gun moving a bit there, field gun, ambushing it to prevent it from being spotted too fast there by the enemy. Panzer gun is moving up though, straight into the shock troopers. Need to pop a grenade, they almost got it, almost got the Tiger there. Shock troopers need to pull away, almost got the Tiger again, almost, but again it gets away. Got the Max moving up there trying to cover here, Veteran Fleet, we got more shock troopers here for Sky Captain Czepis, a third shock trooper squad. Stugi moving in there. And there you go, quick recruiting the field gun. 19 points left here. He's teched up. They should go for T-3476 into quick support troops versus the infantry. Plus will help sort of flanking the Tiger, the Stugi. So right now T-3476 I think will be an absolutely amazing choice there for Sky Captain Czepis. Absolutely amazing. You could also go for Nation 5, but again, I think you should just prioritise murdering Viklas' infantry. That's clearly one of the increasingly weaker elements. And if you can separate the tanks completely from the infantry, you can pretty much secure the point, and that way ultimately deal with the Stugi and the Tiger, which is probably they're being repaired pretty heavily. We got an Osman now for Viklas, a flak Panther, to help deal with some old Sky Captain Czepis' things there. A few mines coming the victory point will also, I think, really be an amazing choice right now for Sky Captain Czepis. This has been quite the fight there. Field sitting up, attacking, push back, chops from hit there, good hit, good hit. Osman almost on, He's been shredded by PPS H41-5 there. Almost wiped them. Stugi knocked out there. Viklas pushes luck way too far. Tiger almost knocked out there. If he can hunt it down there, he can win. He can win this. Field gun H6 moving up, but needs to keep the flank cleared for any infantry. There we go. Veteran Fleet Panzer gun these. 35 kills there to save the day. And there you go, takes it from the mortar. We've got shock there, which can now easily deal with the Panzers. They get close enough there. The Panzer is already heavily damaged. Field gun wiped, but we need to pull back there. There's going to be a pretty intense hunt here for the Tiger tank. Grenade off there. There you go, Tiger. Looks like he's managed to push back far enough there to allow the Tiger to blitz back to base. Panzers they're being pinned down. Assault gun is rushing forwards, focusing down the field gun, ambushing it up there to hide it. Osman moving up. They need to pull back the Tiger though. Osman gets hit there by the S-6. Almost got the... he pushes forwards. He's pushing at the Osman. I think he's using it as bait to allow the Tiger to maybe get a bit closer, but he really needs to pull it back there. I think that was a bit reckless there by Viklas. Need to pull back the Tiger for desperately the repairs there. Oh boy. Talk about a comeback though, to an extent there, rather I think fueled by Viklas making some rather poor judgments. I mean, he's getting aggressive again. He's got an opponent down to 19 points. This is the sort of point where he just needs to take a deep breath and reassess what you're doing. I mean, if Viklas does this, he's going to win this, but if he keeps up with this kind of stuff there, he's going to lose. As for Sky Captain Czepis, he just needs to bring up as many tanks as he can. He just needs to bring up as many tanks as he can. He needs to mine the stuffing out of every victory point. He just needs to fortify and dig in. And also just try and push further ahead. But again, he always needs to reserve there.
The enemy has 300 points remaining.
3 infantry squads left. They're all of Veteran Fleet. Tiger there close to Veteran 2. 1 Pioneer squad as well. On then he's got 3 shock trooper squads, 2 conscripts, a Max and mortar field gun, and of course another hero of the Soviet Union here in the form of an assault gun. Viklas though is not to be deterred. The 78th Sturmgunner Division will see victory for the fatherland. So there you go. We got a flare trip mine down there. It's not half bad, but I think some regular mines would also do a turn there to, for example, slow down some of those tanks. MD4 to the recruit by shock troopers. Ludwig there blasted apart by a flare trip mine in the south here. Panzers versus shock troopers. Got another mechanized assault group from Viklas. Another one. Panzers they're getting too close to the assault. He should have flanked them. He shouldn't have run up there. That's a definite tactical misdecision there by Viklas. In the south, the assault gun is just being slaughtered by the shock troopers. Wiped by the mortar. His last veteran assault gun is caught there. Now it's just down to panzer grenadiers, a half-track and a Tiger tank. Shock troops on the run here as they're being pursued by the panzer grenadiers. Step on it, Fitz! I want to look them in the eyes when I shoot them. There goes straight to the H-6. There we got the Panzerjägers following up. They could take out the H-6. Ah, gonna be close here. Rockets there, straight for the tailpipe. Almost got to pull back the half-track. Viklas, Schnell. Tiger being pushed forwards. Troops are reinforcing, healing. Need to get everything moving as fast as humanly possible. Or superhumanly possible. Whatever's needed. Tiger there, round to the scene there. Almost Vecchi 2. Shock troopers could possibly push him there since they are Vecchi 3. Shot. Missed. H-6 nearby. I think he's aiming up for the IS-2. I don't think that's a great idea. I mean, again, I've been the T-34 here, for example. He just needs to stop this without any problem. But because he's actually aiming up for the IS-2, there's suddenly a lot of resources just doing nothing. And that just, I think, might give Viklas the time. He just needs to push through it just for a brief moment, grab the victory points. And he's just going all in here, shouting Blitzkrieg, and then just going in for the kill here. Tiger tank, veteran T2, field gun crew down. He's just down to the H-6 here. One victory point being secured. If he can just get another and hold it for a few moments, that's going to be it for him. He needs to get things moving. Quickly, Sky Captain Czepis, don't heal, don't reinforce. Move it. Can't afford to sit back here. So there you go, IS-2 out here for Sky Captain Czepis. Can this turn the tide? Probably he's about to lose all victory points here. Viklas just all in, and everything Sky Captain Czepis has is back at the base, meaning he's going to have to take time to get back there. I mean, if he had a half-tank, he would have rushed out there, but he doesn't. So right there, I think Sky Captain Czepis might have strategically misread the victory point counter. Yeah, don't worry, comrades. We've got like 200. No, that's the enemy. What? True, they're rolling ahead. H-6 supporting it. He's going there for the victory point. Problem is, he can't use it. Grab it. Grab the point here. Artillery being called in. But he's not getting the other point here. 9 points left. 9 points left. Tiger shoots at the IS-2. He's actually moved off the victory point. He's not realising right now men don't matter. And there we go. GG. Game over. Game over. A loss here for Sky Captain Czepis in the 14th Tank Corps. He was so close. He was so close. But he just had to go for the IS-2. I mean, had he just gone for T-34s, he could have won this. Hands down, he could have won this because the infantry wouldn't be able to get close in the first place to the victory points. Also, mining would have done a lot there. But, you know, in the end, though, he just had to go for the IS-2. And that proved to be his undoing. That proved to be his undoing. And meanwhile there, Viklas has very much lifted the ancient curse of the Wehrmacht, you know, by actually using the mechanized assault doctrine there. Fully. Actually, every ability used assault grenadiers, mechanized assault grenadiers, still used, but not in a cheesy manner. Artillery, Tiger, he even teched up and used medium armor from the support armor corps. I mean, I don't think I've actually ever seen a Wehrmacht player do that. At least not for a year, maybe even 2 years. I mean, just think about that. That's nuts. So I'm really praise to Viklas. I mean, he needs to work on his unit preservation. He threw away a lot of infantry. He needs to work on that. Partly because he's just too ambitious. I mean, it's good to be ambitious, but you actually need to, have the skill to back it up. Well, as you know, I mean, he's great. You tried several times a bit bigger, several pronged attacks. He just couldn't manage it, which cost him a lot there as well. So in that regard, lower the ambition level a bit there. I think a half-tech still would help, regular 250 and half-tech until they actually, make the 250 and half-tech a bit more than just, a bucket on wheels and treads, which is basically what it is. It's a self-propelled bucket. It can't do anything but be a bucket. It can't reinforce. It can't act as support. It's just a bucket. So until the 251 half or 250 half tech is more than just a self-propelled bucket, he's going to at least need a half tech to keep more presence on the field. As for Sky Captain Czepis, again close, but more mines were done on good. Earlier field guns, earlier doctoral choices. Also think done Sky Captain Czepis a lot of good. And of course, just go for the T-34s, not the IS-2s, Czepis. Not the IS-2. There's a time for everything, and that was not the time for an IS-2. So there you go. A curse has been lifted. Mechanized assault has been fully utilized. We've gotten pretty interesting fighting things, some good assaults, some good maneuvers, and just not the usual doctrines in play here. So I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send in replay and provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and see you all tomorrow. And of course, remember, praise Viklas. Cheers.